Can't wait till we can break about the heat. Me if I seem a little unimpressed with this, an antisocial pessimist, but usually I don't mess with this.
Hey guys, and welcome back to a new video. Now today, I basically want to talk about, as you can tell by the title, does battles suck? Basically, I found this video from this guy called Math Godpie, and he basically admittedly he is a Flash player, but I'm still going to kind of address this as for kind of both games. Basically talks about how he thinks, why he basically outlines the facts of why he thinks battles is kind of just bad, a bad game in general, or why it's not a good game. Now I will say in advance, these clips I'm going to show of his video are quite long, but if you're going to as I probably said at the start of the video, I'm not sure if I added that in, if you're going to write an opinion or like hate on it, please watch the whole video before you leave a comment. Yeah, let's get right into it.
So basically what it comes down to is that battles is the type of game where there are certain optimizations in terms of strategies and things that you're supposed to do, not supposed to do at certain times. You place this, or you do that, or you send eco, or whatever, and it's all sort of predetermined. So either you do the best possible strategy and you have a chance to win, or if you do anything else, you don't have a chance to win unless the person you're playing isn't optimizing their strategy either. So basically what it comes down to is if you play a top player who knows what they're doing, unless you do the same thing, unless you do the absolute best optimized strategy, you have no chance of winning, and it's over before it even starts.
Now I know he's a Flash player, but I'll kind of cover why it's his fault on both games, but more so on mobile. He said himself that he's not a good player, so it's kind of ironic and hypocritical that he would say there's only one strat or one thing you have to do every single game to win, because this is very, very untrue. If anyone who's I'm gonna even say it like this: if any of you have played or heard of COD, I'm sure most of you have. Basically, there's this one pro player who always said this. He said, "I'm good enough to win any gunfight or with any gun, so I could run around with a pistol if I wanted to. But if I want to give myself the best chance of winning that specific gunfight, obviously I'm not going to use a pistol. I'm going to use a good gun, obviously." And the same applies for battles. If you want to win, you're going to use the best towers that are going to give you the best opportunity to win the game. If that's what you're about. In the same token, you can still use other. You can use eco strats. You can use mixed eco strats. Like there's like strats like tac, mortar, ninja that you can use, and that goes pretty late game, and you can use that, and that defends. People have done it. There's just so many different things you can do on both games. And like if you're going to talk about the fact of you have to do this, this, and this, like I'm going to show another clip here. Look what he says here.
It's become, oh, it's this map, you use these towers, and you do this, then this, then this, then this at these particular times, and you either do it exactly right and you win, or you do it a little bit wrong and you lose.
Like this is even more ironic. Correct me if I'm wrong. On Flash, there's pure eco, mixed eco, and some people can pure farm, although I know most people don't on Flash. But there's pure eco and mixed eco. Mainly, a lot of people do mixed eco, but some maps there's pure ecos. So it's like, why are you saying there's only you got to do this, this, this every single time on every single map? It's like, it's not really the case. There are definitely different strats and different towers you can take, especially on Flash and on mobile too, even in MCOF.
And another beef I have with battles, and actually this is a beef I have basically with all Bloons games, not just battles, is the fourth tier abilities. The fact that a person can use an ability, sell, and then use the money for something else, or even rebuy the ability and use it again and keep doing that over and over. To me, that's breaking the game, in my opinion, because when you have an ability that you can activate, it has a cooldown period after. The cooldown period exists for a reason, and the reason is that the ability is powerful and it's not supposed to be used over and over and over again rapidly. There's supposed to be a period of time in between uses where you cannot use that ability again. To sell and rebuy is to completely circumvent that cooldown period, which in my opinion, doing that breaks the game. It breaks the intent of the game, and it breaks what the game is supposed to be.
Now, I cannot stress how wrong this is, like the worst point of them all. I'm just going to say this first of all, when you buy and sell an ability, you lose 20% of the buying cost. or how much you paid for the tower, you lose 20% on it if you sell and rebuy it. So it's not like you're gaining something off of buying and reset. There is a disadvantage to rebuying the tower. It's not like you lose nothing in its OP. I guess it is kind of OP. I can understand where it's coming from. But this is why it's so wrong. When it comes to round 22 all outs, I guess you have a round 20 all out on Flash, with like BFBs and mobs and that kind of stuff. Again, I'm not too clued up on Flash, but you understand. Basically, there is no way you are going to defend an all-out round 22 rush on mobile unless you have first strike, and you somehow get all of it in one first strike, and then use a fan club, say. Like, it's just not realistic. And if you're a smart player, you can then actually drain them by making them sell and rebuy abilities and stuff like that. At least you can do that on mobile. I'm not sure about Flash, again. But if you take the ability, ironic word, I know, but if you take out the ability to rebuy abilities, you're going to die every single time on that one certain round, whether it be round 20, round 21, round 22. Like, it gets to the point where you cannot defend. And then like, I'm not going to show the clip, but at the end he even says in his live streams, you're not allowed to use 4th tier abilities whatsoever. How in the fuck is that fun? Like, I just don't get it. Like, why would you make... That makes the game complete and utter AIDS. Just, there's so many things wrong with it. Like, if you can honestly, wholeheartedly disagree with anything I've said in this video, congratulations, because I don't know how you did it. I can understand where he's coming from. When you're not good of a player, you don't want to put the time in. I guess I can understand it. But if you have a good enough knowledge of the game, almost any strat will work to an extent. You're not going to win every single time. I'm not going to say that. But in the same token, you're not going to play the best player. Like, he's acting like you always play a top player every single time. Which, from both games, you can obviously tell that's not true. Especially when it comes to mobile, you get a lot of shit players that you could almost randomize and still win, or have a chance of winning. So yeah, it's just very. But that's my opinion. In my opinion, Battles does not suck. I mean, it's definitely not as good as it used to be, but it definitely does not suck. I still enjoy it. And yeah, that's kind of wanted to cover that, because a lot of people say, I've seen a lot of people say that Battles is dying lately, and it's kind of just not true. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, you'll probably notice that the uploads are very slowed down right now, because I'm currently not in my own country. I'm like somewhere else right now. But yeah, so videos will resume Saturday, Sunday time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys Saturday, I guess.